So regarding HVAC control, especially with package units like rooftop units or even with air handlers, like a split unit with air handler and a condensing unit, there's two general methods we like to use for controlling HVAC. The first is just a simple thermostat control, and that is what you're used to seeing on your thermostat at home. It's what most HVAC contractors are used to running into in a commercial application. It's a thermostat, and it has 24-volt control power, and it switches a call for fan, a call for heating, call for cooling, and we can basically talk to those types of thermostats in one of two ways. We can either talk to them wirelessly, typically with Zigbee Pro is our preferred method, although there are a lot of Wi-Fi thermostats out there as well. And we can also do a wired communication connection to those thermostats. Backnet is our preferred and favorite method of doing that. We would run an MSTP network between all the thermostats back to a main control panel. But there's also other communication protocols like Modbus that we could use. LAN is another example. TrainCom 4 is one that we've done in the past as well. All of those are options. The other way that you can do thermostat control, the other way that we like to do HVAC communication networking is what we call native integration. So for example, Train, Backnet, Lennox Backnet, Carrier Backnet York also has Backnet modules that you can buy from the manufacturer. It's OEM equipment, and we would run a Backnet network to the communication modules in every unit, and then that allows us to talk directly to the onboard controller on those units. And of course, this is more of a sophisticated method of talking to these units. It's only available on newer, what I would call a smart rooftop unit with an onboard processor. And there are literally hundreds of data points available that we can read from those units through a Backnet native integration process like that. And then there's quite a few points that are available to write to as well, so you can do both read and write. We tend to write only a couple of points. Specifically, we would write occupied, unoccupied status, set points. Occasionally we might write some other values depending on the needs of the customer. We may write economizer position if we're going to do DCV, which is demand control ventilation, or if we're going to use economization, where we're actually pulling cool air from the outdoor air temp in the mornings or in the evenings in the shoulder months when the outdoor air temperature is such that, it's 45, 55 degrees, maybe 60 degrees, where we would be looking at the outdoor, not just the temperature, but also the humidity and the enthalpy to determine if it makes sense to pull in that outdoor air instead of actually mechanically conditioning that air with the compressors.